It's being called the largest service project since World War II, and it's happening right in our own backyard. More than 1,000 Boy Scouts from across the country join forces in the Bridger-Teton National Forest to blaze new trails and fix up the old ones. It's part of the Order of the Arrow, the National Honor Society of the Boy Scouts, and for the past 5 days they've moved mountains. For this week's Wild Files, Local News 8's Danielle Grant spent the afternoon on the trail and shows us the hard work and dedication that's going into our own national treasure.
It's no easy task, but for these scouts, it's all about the adventure. For 5 days, they dig, slice, and hack away, blazing about 10 miles of new trails near the Teton Pass and making new friends along the way.
We've shared meals together, worked together, laughed together, so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of work. Nobody's died out here, so, you know, work won't kill you.
It's a love for service and the outdoors that brings these men and women to the trail. Not only are they working for free, they actually had to pay their own way to be here. The chief of the National Forest Service traveled all the way from Washington, D.C. to meet these devoted scouts. She says they're making a mark in history and leaving a legacy for those to come.
It's really important that our next generation and the generations that follow have an appreciation of those public lands and the values they give back to us.
This 16-year-old scout lives in Pennsylvania, but this week he's living a true scout adventure.
It's been pretty fun working. The day goes by fast because you're working.
But there have been obstacles along the way. One of the biggest difficulties the Boy Scouts are encountering out on these trails are these big rocks they're finding. But they're just putting them right along the trail. The Forest Service estimates the 5 days of work would have taken them about 10 years to do and would have cost more than $1 million to make happen. But these scouts are just taking the project one step at a time, ready to return to this national treasure.
When I come back, I'm going to come back and see this. I can tell all my kids and stuff that I got to work on this.
If I ever do come back, I will guarantee you I'll hike the trail, yeah. God willing, I will, yeah.
Already, some of the first mountain bikers christen the trail.
Everybody that uses it will think of the Boy Scouts when they do it. They use the trail, so it's not going to be forgotten for a while.
Young and old, building trails, making memories to last a lifetime. For the Wild Files, Danielle Grant, KIFI, Local News 8.
What a project. The Boy Scouts of America and the Order of the Arrow came up with the idea back in 2003. It's taken the last 5 years to put together this massive mission. This is their 5th and final service project of the year. For the past 5 weeks, more than 5,000 scouts have worked in 5 forests in California, Utah, Missouri, Virginia, and, of course, Wyoming to keep our national forests clean and more pristine.